Hi guys, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Lottie Loves Paper. I'm still using the absolutely fabulous, beautiful, amazing Daydream Collection by Cocoa Vanilla Studio so I'm making a layout here. I'm picking out the blue tones again. I really love the blue cool colours in this collection, so the blues and the pinks are really beautiful. So I'm starting off with a sheet of that beautiful Sweet Serenity paper, but I'm using the other side, so I'm not using that gorgeous coloured side because I've used it twice already. So I'm going for the other side this time and focusing on the black and white dots, which I also love. So I've got a sheet of like a bluey grey cardstock that's going to be my base, and then I've just torn across the bottom section of the Sweet Serenity paper, flipped over the bit that I tore off and turned it over, and then attached it to the back. So therefore I have this kind of layered effect at the bottom of the layout with the black and white spots at the top, then a layer of the Sweet Serenity pretty side, and then the blue grey at the bottom. Okay, so I have this photo of my three children on holiday. We're in the hot tub. The sky looks pretty grey actually, but it was a beautiful day, really hot and wonderful. But it was taken on my son's camera, so not very high quality. It's like a waterproof GoPro type thing. It's more for videos. So the picture quality isn't great. It's a water camera as well, so we were in the water at the time, in the hot tub. Anyway, I thought I'd pick out the kind of the greyish tones from the photo, the blue-grey tones from the photo, and go with that. So I've also pulled out a couple of perspectives by Bramble Fox that I'm going to back with white card, just because they're going on, because they're open designs, they're going to go onto a patterned paper background. So I didn't want the design of the paper shining through, so I've just grabbed a bit of scrap card and I'm going to glue those directly onto that piece of card, and then there'll be great little embellishments that I can move around rather than having to layer somewhere very specific because of the patterns showing through behind them. Just going back to the black and white dotty paper, you saw me apply some paint, and that's just white paint, white acrylic, and that's just to white out an area that I'm going to put my photo. It just gives me, it's kind of like a comfort blanket, you know. The pattern paper is quite busy with, I know it's only black and white, but it's got lots and lots of little black spots all over it, so it doesn't read as a solid, and the white area just gave me somewhere to put my photo. Actually, in the end, I ended up kind of covering up most of the white anyway, so it didn't really do what I wanted it to do, which was to give a bit of separation between the photo and the dotty pattern paper. But actually it made me feel comfortable and happy to put the white there first, because then it gave me somewhere to put my photo, and I did have that separation. But then of course I built round it with embellishments, and I've lost that effect a little bit, but it still really works, and I'm happy that I've got a photo cluster onto pattern paper, because quite often I don't do that. I need a white space to do that. So I'm still working on my New Year's resolution that I include a lot of pattern paper on my layouts. It doesn't have to be a full sheet, but I'm trying to get a good proportion of the background covered in paper rather than just white card. I just needed that white area so that I had somewhere to build my photo. Okay, so I have gone through the bits and pieces I have left from this collection, which is not a huge amount, and I've pulled out the bits that I'd like to use. So I'm trying not to use the yellow tones because I'm aiming for like a cool layout, cool colours, so pinks and blues, navies, like the bluey green, you know, that kind of thing, rather than the warmer tones of the yellows. So yeah, I have just spending some time now fussy cutting out the last remaining flowers from the sheet of paper that had flowers all over it. The name escapes me, I'm afraid. But it was a whole sheet full of flowers that clearly has been designed to be fussy cut, because how you could ever use that sheet without fussy cutting it. I don't know. I'm sure somebody probably has done, but for me it was just crying out to be fussy cut. So that's what I did, and I've spread that piece of paper with all those flowers throughout all of my layouts I've made with this collection, I think, because flowers are awesome, aren't they? They can be just tucked in to anywhere, and added layers, and they add prettiness, and yeah, all good. So anyway, I'm just fussy cutting out the remainder of those. There's not many left, and they are going to be added behind my photo, and just going to give me some extra embellishments to use here. So I'm mounting my photo now onto a piece of the blue cardstock that I've used as my base. I have just literally one layer mounted, distress the edges, and then underneath I'm just adding that wooden frame. It's a ephemera frame. Then I've got the circular ephemera frame as well, tucking in my flowers. I've also added in a green journaling card that says, I think it says good times. That's just as a layer behind my photo. That was from the cut apart sheet. And I'm planning to go for the word sunshine as my title. I was thinking of Sunshine Days, but the days had a yellow letter in, and the yellow just really didn't work with this color scheme, so I had to just go with sunshine. I could have added days actually, like with thickers or something, but I didn't think of that until now, so it's a bit late really. Okay, so I've just got sunshine as my title. We are on holiday in Lanzarote. It was very, very sunny, very, very hot, so it's a good title. Okay, I've got some fussy cut rainbows from the Rainbows paper. Again, that's another one that I have fussy cut out almost the whole lot and have spread across all of my layouts because they're just the most awesome embellishments ever. So I've cut out loads of rainbows. I've just used 2 fussy cut rainbows on this layout because I was picking out the cool colours, so the blues and the reds and the pinks. No yellow in sight there. Okay, so those 2 are in. You can see I've got my 2 Bramble Fox globes in place as well. I've got a couple of tabs, one above my photo, one above the frame. The one above the frame says love this, and the one above the photo says lovely. And I've added at the bottom, I've got a flower being tucking out from underneath one of the torn strips. Then on the next one up, I've got a blue flower and a flare button. That one says "Oh my stars." And I've also got a label there that I'm just adding to the left of the photo. That was it was the perfect colour. It's from the cut apart sheet, and I'm just using it to kind of extend the design a bit. I've got a whole horizontal thing going on here with the paper layers at the bottom, and the design is horizontal as well. It does turn into a vertical one at the end. Full disclosure, it kind of goes a bit wrong, so then I had to quickly doctor something to balance it out a bit more. But yeah, so I've just still getting everything stuck down. Basically, I arranged my whole design and nothing was stuck, and that's always a bad thing. So I wanted to, I'm much better if I just decide where my photo's going, because then I can just add everything around it. If I've stuck my photo down, I can just get adding, whereas if I lay it all out first on the basis that I might move it later, then when I come to stick it, then it takes forever to get all the little bits and pieces stuck down. I should really do it as I go along, but old habits die hard and all that. So this occasion, photo wasn't stuck, nothing was stuck, so I had to carefully pull each piece off and stick it down. I'm using mostly foam pads because that's me, and yeah, so it's coming on, nearly there. Nearly stuck. To the right of that rainbow, on the left, I've got a little label from the sticker sheet that says Happy Days with You. I'm now adding a fabric heart. So it's one of those lovely puffy fabric hearts. There's a whole set of them, like 8 I think. Well, I think I'm down to number 6, something like that. I don't have many left. Yeah, so I'm just still continuing to get everything stuck in place. My fussy cut flowers, my heart that I'm sticking on with glossy accents. It's gonna just stick it over my photo slightly. Yeah, so not that far off being done really. But then I kind of mess things up slightly. So basically I handwrite in my journaling at the end, and then I write it in a place where it then extends the design down towards the bottom of the page. I know I've already got that flower down there as well, but adding the journaling just didn't work. So then I had to do a little bit at the top as well to balance it out. But before we get to there, I'm just adding in some twiddles of silver thread. So because this layout is cool colours, not warm, I've gone for a silver thread rather than my usual gold. And I'm just adding one to the left of my photo, and then one over on the right hand side underneath the flowers and poking out from the love perspective. Then I want to add sequins, but they're a real mixture of sequins in this Daydream sequin mix, so I only wanted to pull out the blue ones, so that's what I'm just spending a bit of time doing, is pulling out the blue sequins. There's a few different shades of blue. There's like a grey blue, which is perfect. There's a turquoisey blue, a normal like royal blue, not quite royal, but you know, a darker blue, so I've pulled out all of those, not all of them, but I've pulled out a whole bunch of them, and then I'm sprinkling them over the layout, some on the left, and then basically over the title area. I was thinking about going down to where the flare button is and the flower at the bottom, but actually that didn't work, so I just moved them back up again, and they are really spread out just really around that left hand cluster, and the sequins, the title on the right. So just getting those stuck down now with some glossy accents, using my paper piercing tool to push them out of the way, and then I just apply some adhesive and then I push them back in, that's how I stick down sequins. Right, so nearly done, as I keep saying, but still haven't got to the end. Here I go, messing up the layout. So now I am writing in my journaling. Now it doesn't look that bad on screen, but when I looked at it, it really, rather than just one flower at the bottom, it really brought the whole layout down. It really kind of took the layout from the word sunshine all the way down to the bottom, and I just wasn't happy, so I just felt like it needed something to balance it at the top. So I've added two flags. So one says beautiful, which I think is from the cut apart sheet, and then the other one is a pink one that says sweet. Again, I think that's from the cut apart sheet. Yes, it is. They both are. And I've also added a flower there too. And then I found in my stash another little perspective heart. It's only a white one, and it's an outline, so you can't see it too well on camera. Then another fussy cut rainbow, just a small one, so not one from the rainbow sheet, but from a different one. And there you go, I'm now finished. Thanks for bearing with me. All finished. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget that head over to the Lottie Loves Paper store to pick up Cocoa Vanilla Daydream. It is beautiful, and restocks are on their way, if not already arrived. Thank you so much. That's Nikki Rowland for Lottie Loves Paper.